Hello and welcome to another episode of the Real World Explosion recaps with me, Kev, and well, let's start this episode. And first of all, I want to talk about the intro because the freaking intro was just I was waiting for Seven Strangers, Pick to Live. No, 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 none of that. It was just scenes from the whole season and then just the real world, and that was it. And I was like, what the hell. It's the morning. Jenny feels like she is such a slut because she was the first one to get it in with Cory, and she wants Thomas and Jamie to get it in for her not to feel like a slut. We have the scene where Jamie is they're waking up from their sleepover with Thomas, and Jamie is clearing that they did not do anything. But now we have Ariel and Ashley, and they're talking about what happened with the oil. And I really like Ariel because she seems like a mature person. With Jamie and Ashley talk, and they're like, you know what? Let's talk to see what, because they got it on in the first episode. So I was really hoping like, okay, let's brush it off. Yeah, whatever. No, 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 no. They started bickering, and I think I think Jamie was being a nice, like talking to her. She was being calm, and then Ashley, I don't know. I think they just don't like each other. I think Jamie was gonna try, but Ashley's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna try. I'm gonna be a bitch to you. So these girls are not getting along, and you know what? Maybe we could have a new rivals pair. Every time I watch The Real World, I'm just thinking of the challenge. Okay, so then Thomas only had sex with 3 girls in his life, and everybody's like, whoa. All the guys were like, how can this happen? Like, they all have such big numbers. Even Ariel has like bigger number than him. Thumbs up for Thomas because he was honest, and he's not even like ashamed of being like that. Kudos to him. We have Cory and Ashley. They kind of hooked up in the car before Jenny and Cory hooked up. So this season is just in so many ways so different. In the interviews they have, remember, they just only talked, and now you can hear the producers like asking them questions. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I want the old stuff, but I don't know. I'm still getting used to this season because this is just so weird, so different. They never showed producers except something really, really bad, or something like, yeah, really bad happened. And at this point, Cory doesn't remember if he hooked up with Ashley, and Ashley does not remember if they kissed or not kissed. But the producers are making them remember that did you guys hook up? And they're like, we don't know, but they think they didn't, but they actually did. And then I really enjoyed how Ashley and Jenny talked, and Jenny was like, you know what, whatever, like, you like they Ashley kissed them first, and then Jenny had sex with them. But these 2 girls are not bickering about it. They're not mad about it. They're just like, you know what, whatever. This is the season for more love and for more hookups and more couples. But it's just too much in the episode. I'm liking the cast. I'm really enjoying the cast, but I think they're just concentrating on the love. I mean, they have to, and some of the stuff they are doing are so fishy. Like, when they called Thomas the connection with the exes. I don't know. I think it's just too fishy for me. But anyways, we're talking about Jamie, and she's growing feelings, and there's a huge argument because Thomas wants to know well, Jamie wants to tell him the number of how many people she has been with, but she said she thinks it's a little bit too high, and Thomas is just 3. So this argument comes up, and I don't know. Jamie gets mad, and Thomas gets mad because of that. I mean, just go ahead and tell him and be like, you know what, I've been with this many people. If you like it, like, I'm just having fun. I know I'm not a hoe. I'm not a slut. But you know what? It's just like, who doesn't have sex except you? So then, they finally get to Castro. I think it was. It was just a gay street, partying street, where Ariel wants to take the fellow housemate, and well, everybody's up for it, and well, Jay and Cory is their first time in a gay bar, gay club, so they were kind of enjoying it, and Jenny's dancing with this girl, and Jay gets mad. Cory, I'm sorry, Cory gets mad. They're not even a thing yet, and they're worried about you're dancing with girls. I mean, she's just dancing, like, and he's like, I thought it was so hilarious how he was like, how would you feel if I brought a guy home? He's like, oh wait, scratch that. Okay, so then he's like, I'm the macho, I'm the guy with the pants, and I thought it was that argument was so funny. Like, dude, you're wearing shorts, you don't have pants on, you're wearing shorts. But and then he's like, it's because these two personalities, they want to be the leaders in the relationship, and I think this is gonna be, they're gonna butt heads a lot, because you know that's how we see it right here. And he's like, you want to wear the pants and I'm wearing the pants, so I am the one that wears the pants. And you know what, Jay, well, I mean, Cory, I'm sorry, Cory is the guy that never got cheated on. He's never have been heartbroken. He's always done the two girls. So if he needs to feel what it feels like to be heartbroken and to be cheated on, and stuff like that, so he humbles himself. Let me just add that I feel like Jenny is so motherfucking funny. Like, everything she says, everything she does, I feel is funny. I mean, I love her huge boobs, and I think Jenny looks so freaking beautiful, so freaking cute. I don't know why in that scene. I mean, her lips with the glasses, I don't know, her eyes, I just really, really, like, she attracted me so much in that freaking little argument. I think she was like sexy but cute but beautiful. I don't know, I had to add that too. Yeah. So the next day they actually talk, and they're like, you know what, it's because of this and this and this, and he brings out his past life, and he's like, okay, we're gonna try to work on this. And then I don't know when or how this happened, but we got some sex in the shower. And then everyone's like, why? Well, it's at first Cory didn't want to tell nobody he had sex in the confessionals, but at the end he was like, he told the guys, and was like, oh. So, and then Jay's like, wait, in the confessionals, why did you have to do that? Like, the second day where everybody has to sit, and now everybody knows that they're having sex in the shower, and Jay's like, why do you have to have sex in the shower? Like, everybody has to go into the shower, and now it's just marked by you. And I thought it was funny, because how about if they do it in the kitchen? I think it's gonna be so motherfucking funny. So Jay is really worried about where they have sex, because he does not wanna go and sit where they had sex, and I find this hilarious. So yeah. So at the end, Jamie and Thomas are trying to figure out how and what is their relationship, like, what is it, how is it gonna work. So yeah, and we have this scene where they go to the club, and Thomas is really like, well, just being a nice, because girls approach him. He's like, you know what, they're talking to me, so it's just a little conversation. That it doesn't mean I'm like hitting on them, but here comes Jamie, and I think as well as him, I think this is a big turn off. She goes and pulls him. He's like, no, and then they're dancing, and then the girl is like beside him, and then she goes and pushes her over, and that was a big turn off. But you know what? That means she likes you. And I did not talk about this, but their first kiss, Jamie was like, you know what? If this guy's not gonna make the first move on me, I'm gonna make the first move on him. And there is a lot of girls like that out there, and you know what? We're in 2014. It's acceptable. Why not? So she goes and makes out with him. I don't remember when, but they kissed and everybody was like, it was a huge deal. Everybody was looking, they threw stuff, and I thought, I was like, if that was me, I would have been so freaking embarrassed because they made a huge deal about a freaking kiss. I would have died in that moment. So before they went to the club where Jamie got a little bit like with the girls, like bitchy with the girls, Jay, Jenny and Ashley were gonna go to the club, and Jay is like, please don't bring nobody home, please nobody bring nobody home, and Jenny's like worried because like, Joe, like, trust me, I wasn't in the intention to bring nobody home, but now you're keep telling me and telling me not to bring somebody home, like, come on, like, trust me. Jenny was being a nice girl. She didn't bring nobody home. And Jay was walking home with Ariel and this other girl that Ariel had met. And locals kind of like were behind them and kind of shoved them, but shoved, I think, the girls, and that's when the drama started, and that's how the episode ends because um he gets mad because they're girls, and they kind of start getting into an altercation, and then here comes Big Ariel and pushes the local guys, and they go flying, and I'm like, I want this girl in the challenge. That guy flew. So, and then it's just a big altercation. They were right by the house, and then Jenny hears, and they come downstairs to see what's going on, and Cory is just on fire. He's like, what, this and that, and then his switch just turns on, and he wants to fight the locals, but they put him in the house, and Ariel comes and well, wait, first he wants to go out there again. He was right in the house. Ariel was like, you know what, you're not going out the house, and she comes and pushes him, like, bam. And then that was the second time I was like, you know what, now I want you in the challenge. Now that wasn't a short dude, that was a buff dude. If you can push over a buff dude, you can definitely win a freaking challenge. We need a girl like that, and I wish she's in the next challenge. And at the end, we have Cory and Jenny fighting, and I don't know, I think he's just drunk, and that's how the episode ends basically. Yes. So at this point, they're concentrating on two couples. We have Jenny and Cory, and we have Jamie and Thomas. So I am really enjoying this cast. I think it's a funny cast. I really like this cast. Way better than Portland. But I just wish that this was a normal real world. And now, let me tell you one thing I just found out, that you know how it says meanwhile and later and stuff like that. Now I get why, because the theme, I think the theme of this is kind of like a comic. So it kind of goes like psh, later. So I feel it kind of gives you a feeling like you're reading a comic, and I'm like, it took me a week to understand that, to look at that. I'm sorry, but anyways, thank you for watching. That's it. See you next week. Tell me what you think on the comments, and keep watching the real world because it's gonna get better. See you later, alligators. Bye bye.